Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattletales from Tales from the Vector. This is a general or collective reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and leave the rest. This is also a timely reading, so if this is finding you at this time, it's the perfect time of year for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? So we do have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is talking about a gift from the divine, from the universe, that is a reward for staying on your path of glory. And this reward, pentacles represent health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. Of course, money is a big part of that, but you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle you want. So this is more about lifestyle than just earning money or coin, etc. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is saying this is a great time to sow seeds so that you can have a harvest in the future. This person has done so and now has enough left over that he can actually afford to give a little bit to charity here. He has learned the art of give and take, of how much to invest in others, who to invest in, what to invest in, and is it an even exchange for his time, money, and energy. So this person he's giving coin to, but this person he's not. And he's got the scales of justice hanging above his head here. So this represents this person has like a something in his pocket already. So this is a grifter. And so he's like saying, no, you go and work for your own money. And he is giving to this person. Sometimes this card can represent that you feel like you're being breadcrumbed for what you've been doing. Now, here we have the star energy. And the star is someone who is following their destined path. That big yellow star here is the North Star. So it's saying you're following your North Node and your North Star energy. This is, she has her foot dipped in the pool of water of the universe, and she is pouring that out onto land. There's 5 streams here, and that's representing the pentacle. So it's about bringing all the your unique qualities down to earth and pouring that out onto the earth. And we have an Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is talking about a divine gift from the Most High, and this is in collaboration with the universe. It's a gift of love. This is the dove here represents wanting to have peace in your life. The Ace of Cups energy is talking about because you've stayed on your path of glory, that you are, this is a gift of, it could be, the cups in tarot represent love. It can be romantic love. This also could be love of anyone or anything, like a family member or a friend, etc. And this also can talk about something you love to do or something you love to be. And it's overflowing, never ending, like it just keeps, your cup just keeps refilling. So it's a promise of that love coming into you from the divine. And then we have the Fool. So the Fool is talking about someone who's on their designated journey. In the major arcana of tarot, we start at the 0 point, and then we go through the entire we go through the entire cycle basically to get to card number 21, which is the World. And that energy is talking about this Fool is on his journey. And his tattered sleeves represents he's been on the on a cycle before, so it's not like he's totally starting from the 0 point. He's just starting a new cycle, and he's taking everything he learned from the first cycle with him. Then we have the King of Swords energy. King of Swords is representing usually a professional. That this is the element of air. And then the air is basically your thoughts. The swords are representing your thoughts, your mental intelligence, and your mind. And this is talking about someone that earns their living through through being able to speak their mind. And like a profession where they would use words, because our thoughts are expressed in words, and that could be either written or it could be verbal. And so this can sometimes represent politicians, and politicians are definitely people who use their words. And this, because this is a king, it could actually be a king, but it would be someone high up. So this could represent the energy of a president, a prime minister, someone who's in the government, that type of energy. Then there is also this energy of the sword representing maybe a surgeon. This can be dentists, it can be veterinarians, that type of, someone who's had a lot of education. And sometimes this can represent the legal system. We're talking about, let's say, this could be a judge, this could be a head prosecutor, maybe someone from the, like if it's a lawyer, it would be a lawyer in a law firm that is, someone higher up that's a partner in a well-established law firm. And this energy also can talk about maybe an author, someone that has written a book and is on, the bestsellers list on the New York Times, that type of energy. Maybe another thing, it could be a researcher, maybe someone who's won the Nobel Peace Prize for finding a cure for a disease. And there's also the energy maybe of someone who's an inventor and they have patents. So this, the King of Swords understands that words can be used as weapons, and they can also be used to uplift people. And that's the energy that the king uses. He knows that actions speak louder than words. And so if you give your word, then your word is, if it's not followed up by action, your word is just empty words. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about 3 wheels actually turning at once. And this energy is talking about the past, the present, and the future coming together in synchronicity in God's plan. And on this wheel, we do have the Hebrew letters for the name of God, which is Tetragrammaton. And Tetragrammaton is a sacred geometric symbol that it represents unity and balance and pure order. So God, our God is, the Most High is a very orderly God, and He puts things in order. And then and He has created a very orderly world as well. And then we have the 5 of Swords, which is representing conflict. This can be cutthroat energy. This energy is talking about perhaps like this person has had to fight these other 2 people, and he's like saying, I will, this is being willing to risk it all to be able to stand up for what belongs to you. And this energy is also talking about, he has outer conflict, but that might create inner conflict, and inner conflict can create outer conflict. We have the subconscious mind that is formed by the time we are about 6 years of age, and this is kindergarten age, when we are in a position of, like when we're young, we don't remember much of that. Usually around kindergarten is when we start to have memories, like especially of when you're a baby. Yet when you're a baby, you absorb your environment at such a high level, and that it really influences your ability to, how your mind is formed. It's heavily imprinted, and also the values and the ways that you were raised by the people around you, and have a significant effect. So really the subconscious mind is more made up of other people's version of who you are. And yet when we get really triggered because it's so heavily imprinted on us, that's what conclusions we come to when we're stressed out. We also have the unconscious mind. A lot of people would say, hey, I have an unconscious mind, and or I'm a human being with a soul, and that's my unconscious mind. But from the soul's perspective, you are actually a soul traveling in a human body as your vehicle for getting around. And if the soul's needs aren't being met, if you're not on, your spiritual side is not addressed in any way, that energy can be disagreeing with your subconscious and your conscious mind. Your conscious mind, it would be like, I went to the grocery store, I got groceries, I got these 3 items, they cost me this much, I walked home and I made supper. So that energy is talking about being in that, that you have, this energy is saying that these three minds might be in conflict, and you need to work to put them together, like so that they're congruent with each other. And when you do that, and especially if you plug into your heart's desires, that's when you're really truly on your path of glory. The energy here for the aces, and this energy so this can represent like peace of mind through meditation and prayer. And when the three minds are working together, it's a disciplined mind. And then that, if you plug it into your heart and what your heart wants, then you're following your destined path. And we have the Eight of Wands here. So the Eight of Wands is talking about conception taking place. There's some sort of project has been launched. This is talking about, if you think about the horoscope, the centaur is, the half horse, half man, and with its bow and arrow shooting arrows into the sky to hit the target. And this energy is talking about, these landing wherever that they may. They're on their way. And so this is about whatever project you've launched is already on its way. It's already in the air, and it's coming in soon. So this energy is also can be talking about conception, actually, of a child. And then we have the Nine of Cups. And so the Nine of Cups is saying that the cups, in this case, it would be like having, the love of your work, the love of your partner, the love of your children, your family, your career, your clients, really enjoying that energy. And then this person here is sitting in on a stage. So this could represent that you or someone close to you is a public figure or that's involved in this reading. And, if with this star energy, it wouldn't be uncommon at all. And so this is talking about he's on a stage, and everybody can see that he's highly favored to get that 10th cup, that this is coming towards him, that he's been successful. His body language here with his feet turned out represents that he's not staying totally focused. He's leaking some energy, but his upper body, he's gotten the symbol of an infinity symbol, which represents infinite potential. And this energy here is talking about, is this the past, the cups behind him? Are they above his head, the present, or maybe in the future that's about to come to him? So we have this energy here of, this is basically saying you're very close to getting what you want. You're very close to your goal. So just stay focused and keep going. We have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands represents the energy of, fire. Again, this is the element of fire and taking action with passion. And this person is standing at the top of his turret, and he has, he's got this globe in his hand. This is saying, I have the world in my hands. But perhaps he is wanting to expand his horizons because he realizes, quite often this reminds me of someone who is like maybe an entrepreneur, and he's been very successful in his business here, but he wants to be able to expand. So this could be talking about going global, or with your business, maybe you're wanting to franchise and have another location. So this energy is very he's standing up at the top of the turret, and he's considering, okay, should I move on? Should I take my business in a new direction? And sometimes this can even represent wanting, maybe you've been very focused on your, on your career, and now you maybe are wanting this love to come into your life, which would be a whole different cycle. Maybe you want to start a family, settle down with someone, perhaps you've met someone. Yeah, it's saying this is about disappointment in love. So this can talk about, like in the past, maybe you've had relationships, like at least 3 that were significant, and they didn't work out, and you ended up disappointed. And the universe is saying, hey, we're offering you this 4th cup, and you're like, oh, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to hurt. My heart hurts already so much. I feel so vulnerable. And so that energy here is talking about the 3 you know, 3 different maybe relationships. If this isn't about, you know, romantic love, this could be about something you love to do. Maybe you've started a project, this project in the past, or others, and they haven't launched, and now they are definitely launching. And this energy is talking about moving forward, and like, do you want to move forward, or do you want to sit under that tree for the rest of your life and be disappointed? And it can sometimes also represent giving someone, whether that be in romantic love or a business partner or if someone in the family, 3 chances, and then they end up, you know, disappointing you, and now they're asking for a 4th chance, and you're like, no, 3 strikes, you're out. I'm out of here. Go, you know, I'm not interested in having a relationship with you. And then sometimes in romantic love, this can represent that there's 3 individuals here, and there should only be 2. That type of energy. We have, that could be like a 3rd party, someone maybe is having an affair or something like that. We have the King of Pentacles coming in now. So the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So the King of Pentacles represents someone who's really looked up to in the community because he's of his business acumen. This is someone who's really really good at, you know, like it would be in the banking industry with the Pentacle energy. Someone maybe that a financial advisor, or it could be someone who is maybe like insurance salesman, retirement planners, wealth management, that type of energy. And also, this can represent real estate because the pentacle represents the element of earth. So this could be someone who has, you know, a real estate broker, or someone who's maybe a land developer, that type of energy. And then this energy can also be an entrepreneur that's being really successful, or maybe even like the head financial advisor of a corporation, that type of energy. And he is the King of Pentacles, is someone that you would go to for advice, someone who's really looked up to because they're good at business. That's why he has grapes all over his robe here. The grapes represent in tarot luxury item, being able to bring that luxury item into being, and then being able to have you know, to make money off of grapes is even a higher achievement. So, because grapes are hard to grow. So it's talking about someone who people go to, they have high regard for them. And then we have the Lover here. And so the Lovers is talking about choice of who you want to be with, basically. So this could be this energy here again, and it's sitting right on this. So maybe the divine is saying maybe it's time for you to get back out there and you know, and introduce new love into your life. This is, the sun is shining here, and it's representing God's energy. When the sun card, the actual sun card, represents the happiest card in the deck. So whenever the sun comes out, that's representing God's energy and his love for us, and it's talking about that shining down on these lovers. So this would be like a divine couple energy. The cloud in between represents an energy of them not knowing each other yet. So this wouldn't be someone that you've had a relationship with in the past. It could be someone that you know, but not, you know, not someone that you've had a relationship with. And also this energy can talk about making choices. So it was about making choices about all sorts of people that you would be interested in doing business with, etc. So if it's not about love, it could be about doing business with someone that you love to, within a business that you love to be in. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is really good news, saying that you are in an elevated position. You are able to, you know, you've done all this beautiful work. This looks like a stonemason, a sculptor, and they're doing really, really awesome work. They're in an elevated position, and people are noticing that you have mastered your skill set. and they're wanting to collaborate with you. So this is really, really good. Can be talking about someone with unique talents, like it could be actors, actresses, comedians, someone in the entertainment industry. This could represent the industry of an artist or sculptor. Sometimes this energy is talking about, maybe you're really good at sports, and these people are coming and they're offering you scholarship to come to their university or their college, or it could even be already are at the university or college, and now they're offering you an actual position on their team. So what this is saying is, when you're in an elevated position like this, be really careful that any contracts that you sign, that you have a lawyer look over that, and that would be this energy here. Make sure that it's a contract that you're in alignment with, because there's so many instances where people sign contracts with agents and that, especially in the entertainment business. We're really seeing that, with a lot of people at the top of the pyramid there. And this is saying, make sure that it's in alignment with your goals. Like, say maybe someone is wanting you to come play on their team, and it's a pro sport, and maybe there's 4 teams, and the one that pays the most money is on the other side of the country from your family, and maybe you have a wife or a husband and children, and they're young, and you don't want to be that far from your family. Or this could represent having the ticket, like if you're in a contractor type, electrician, a plumber, with that, you have the ticket to be able to move forward. You're not an apprentice anymore. This could represent also, getting a degree after going to university for a long time. And then we have the 2 of Pentacles, which is talking about the energy of being really busy. And this is about multitasking. Multitasking is a very good skill to have. But this is warning that you don't want to be multitasking so much that you get so busy with it that it just keeps gaining momentum, and you've got the little ship getting on bigger waves and bigger waves until it's like moving forward. And then we have this energy of this can be talking about, if you multitask to the point where you have more quantity than quality work, you end up doing things over. So it kind of defeats the purpose. This is also saying, you might be juggling, like possibly 2 jobs, or juggling, you're going to school and paying for it by going to work. Maybe your home life and your family life, or your business life. So this is saying, juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. And then we have the Tower coming. So the Tower is talking about when your intuition is telling you something, you need to take a look at something, and you're not paying attention to it. And then, the frying pan comes out, and you get the whack on the head, and now it's like, oh, that hurt. And it's like, yeah, but the universe is saying, take care of this. There's something happening that you need to use your intuition about. And then they have the 2x4, and it's still, and then finally the lightning hits your turret, and your castle's on fire. So now this is something that you're going to have to rebuild. There's one person, there's 2 people falling out here, and one of them is shocked, and the other one is totally not surprised at all. And this energy is, he's like, oh, in regret, I should have taken care of this beforehand, before it got to this point. So this is the energy. When the Tower hits, it's a reality check. So the truth is always good. The truth will set you free. But it's an uncomfortable position to be in, and it means that you have to rebuild. So it's kind of like maybe you could have avoided it if you had nipped it in the bud kind of energy. And then we have the Emperor. And so the Emperor is talking about, he is all 4 kings rolled into one person, basically. The 4 kings from the minor arcana. Sometimes when the Emperor comes in like this, and we see already we have some kings or some more come in, it can represent the energy of how the story, basically, of how the king became an emperor. He's high-level performance. He wears his armor underneath his robe, and he is someone that is high-level performance, whatever he's in. He's very wise. This would be someone also similar to this energy, but someone that a lot of people go to for advice, and he's got a lot of authority. So wherever, whatever profession he's in, he has the authority to be able to make, strong choices, etc. And this energy, it could be saying that, okay, so this emperor has, is maybe in a profession like we discussed, and is good at it, is making, it could be like someone who's an entrepreneur that's doing very well, and people go to them for advice. We have the Four of coin here, or the Four of Pentacles, and this is talking, this card is talking about having a strong foundation to stand on for your money. Like, it's saying basically that it's not, this isn't a lot of money, but you have a strong foundation. You pay your bills on time. It's that type of energy. But you don't have a whole lot left over to go after your heart's desires or your crown and glory. And so this energy is talking about sometimes he has his back to the city, because it's saying that sometimes, like, it's very similar to this energy, and it's sitting on it, that sometimes you have to leave where you're at to be able to, because it's hard to be a hero in your own hometown. And he's turning his back to the city, but he's in this energy here of thinking about expanding. And so this is saying, if there's opportunities coming in, look into them, because sometimes you have to leave your comfort zone to be able to move to the next level of making money. So you have to take calculated risks sometimes, and I'm emphasizing the word calculated. That's when you go to, your financial advisor and say, is this like, is this business an option? Is that, a possibility? And so this is sometimes talking about maybe in the past opportunities have come and gone because you didn't act upon them. And this is saying to be able to be in a position of, watching for those opportunities and taking calculated risks so that you can get to the next level. And maybe in the past you've played small, or you were sold short, or you sold yourself short kind of energy. And that can be where this breadcrumbing energy comes in. There's a transition happening. A lot of times when people see this card, they get but this doesn't, this means transition. It means, again, very much like this energy of the Fool coming through, that you're on another cycle. So one cycle is ending and a new cycle is beginning. And this energy is talking about the Grim Reaper, who is someone who is known in many cultures as this representation of birth and death, and the end of change coming. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, and this energy here, this older person is trying to bribe and offer money to the Grim Reaper. We don't want you to come into town, and we don't want your change. We're happy with things the way they are. But these two younger people are saying, we want your change. And they have flower here. So it's talking about the bloom for new life. And there's your path of glory there. So sometimes you have to end a cycle where you are and then begin a new one. And then this is talking about the moon energy. And the moon is when you are super intuitive. You're coming out of the water. And this energy is, this lobster knows that he wants to get past this dog and this wolf who are howling at the moon and pass through these two towers. But he knows to be able to do that, he has to stay on his path. And he's like trying to gain the courage to be able to get vulnerable enough to be able to go past them. This can represent being too much on your domestic side and you need to get out more. And this is about being too much on your wild side and maybe need to stay home a bit more. And then this is talking about the full moon, the new moon, and an eclipse energy. So that's when you're at your most intuitive, and it's very easy to use the power there. And then we have temptation at the very top here. So the devil represents temptation. And so What is this about? Let's see here. We're going to find out. You can see the difference between this lover and these lovers. So this energy is talking about, you know, you can see this is God saying this is someone that is full of love for you. And then this one is someone that was tempted for whatever reason. And that could represent the energy of the person. If you had a partner or something that disappointed you in love, perhaps there was third-party energy here. So these two are lovers are chained to, yoked to each other and then chained to Saturn's box. And the devil is squatting between them because this energy is representing Saturn's box. And it's representing basic animal instinct. And so this energy is talking about this is more a situation of lust than it was of love. I feel this is representing the energy of this disappointment in love that you had. And I feel that you you moved on, it looks like right here when you started this new cycle. But it's a lot of my readings are talking about, like, especially when the Tower comes in. The Tower is a reality check, and it's uncomfortable for everybody generally because it usually is like sudden, or it feels sudden, but really it's been, you know, in the works, in the background. But it's the type of energy where you really feel like you are, like the reality check could be really good for you if you've been on the right side of the law and you're on your destined path, and look at all these rewards coming in. And if you were juggling your morals and having cutthroat energy and going against God's plan, then this could talk about that and being too much on your wild side. And so I always cover this card to see, because you're not going to get the truth from the devil. The devil sends a minion in, and look at this. We have God's judgment right on top of that. Woohoo! God's saying no more of this business. No more. And especially if you're using God's name to be in this energy, like, justifying yourself in some way. I don't know why it's coming up like that. But this energy here is about the ancestors are literally cheering, and the descendants and the ancestors are cheering across the veil. So this is representing your ancestral line, and they are, from the heavens watching over you, and they're so excited that this judgment is coming through, and they're celebrating. And the trumpet is blowing, the angel is here. Woohoo! Sometimes this can represent skeletons coming out of the closet, and even Pandora's box being opened. So everything that's happened here, I feel, could be quite public if there's some sort of situation here. But I would, you have two aces here, this Fool going on the new journey, and that this is already in action. And if you're in a situation where you require maybe legal assistance or something, don't be afraid to go and get that assistance from someone. Make sure, especially in a situation here, because this is that to make sure that there's no loopholes in your contract or whatever, so that they are in alignment with how you want to live your life. And then, that's the best that we can do, and then the rest is up to, God's plan, really. Like, if we stay on our path, we're in good hands. So going from the bottom to the top here, we have sometimes this can represent that breadcrumbing energy and feeling like your lifestyle is not what you want it to be because you're disappointed in love. And this quite often can represent that third-party involvement energy, and we have that underneath the judgment here. So this is talking basically where you should be as far as pentacles are concerned, or it can say talking to a financial advisor or someone that you respect that has business sense to see if this project that maybe you're wanting to launch, that it is just double checking with them, and also with any lawyers if you're drawing up papers to work with anyone. And this is also saying there's another transition, and I feel like this has to do with having if you heal your heart and you're on your path, then God is saying that someone's coming in for you that will actually, it'll be an overflowing love and peaceful, the love that you deserve. And so judgment is coming from the heavens, and then that comes down to the earth. And we have, use your intuition at this time to avoid the tower. Like if your intuition is telling you something, listen to it. And then we have this energy of the, sometimes being careful. Someone was juggling their morals, and I feel like this side is more talking about the judgment coming through and the reality check. And sometimes this could be like representing a judge or something, someone in a court system, someone that is looking over this situation and is looking into it to bring justice about. So bottom line is, this is saying that stay on your destined path and be, follow what God is asking you to do, and it'll all turn out in the end. If you're leaving this reading at this point, please give it a like and comment. I really appreciate it. It really helps me build my channel. I've been working on this channel now for about half a year because I am wanting to get some information to bring my oracle out. I've been working on it since 2007, and in 2020 I completed the 16th painting. And so now I am working on gathering the information for the booklet. I do have a website. That website is talesfromthevector.com, and this energy is from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And I am just gathering the information up. These, the numbers on these cards represent the paintings in the order that they're presented on my in my gallery of with the paintings. So the numbers on them represent the numbers of the paintings, how they're listed there, and I'll put them in the description box below so that you can have know which paintings to look at if you're wanting to take a look at that. So again, it's saying some sort of transition is coming in, and it's an ace, so it's a reward for you. And transition again is like this energy here is covered. This is God always wins, and it's saying don't worry, just stay on your path. You've put the work in, and God's judgment is here, and it's saying it again. So this reading is starting off with God's judgment, and it's ending with God's judgment. Isn't that interesting? Again, I said what I said. This is saying I said what I said. This judgment is mine, and I am calling judgment on this situation. And the lack of awareness is a karmic space that we can all fall into. It's, never underestimate the power of willful ignorance. Especially, I've come to the conclusion after doing a bunch of these readings lately that love is blind. If you're wondering, is it really blind? Yes. When we love someone, and whether that be romantic love or our family members or friends that we care about, we tend to not want to see when anything bad about them. And it's this is talking, if there was people involved in something here, that you need to let go of that energy, because you need to move on. You're meant to be a star. You're meant to shine. And the Emperor energy is talking about high-level performance. The performance of the Emperor is shown up twice here. And so this could be a public figure, someone that, and it's sitting on the love, so who knows, maybe there's an emperor that has their eye on you and wants to bring in some divine love. We have the moon energy here, and so this is talking about, we have the moon up here as well, so I feel it's saying use your intuition regarding if you're wanting to launch a new business or a project, but make sure that you, again, it's sitting on the King of Swords. Make sure that there's no loopholes or anything in the contract. And yeah, destruction is a tactic that can be used, and this is when people have cutthroat energy, sometimes they'll do anything. Some people will do anything for money, except work. That type of energy. Stella, stop. And then we have the All-Star. This is using your third eye. Again, it's saying on this energy, use your intuition as well as your logic so that you can come to creative solutions and move forward. And be careful about just becoming so busy that you're not paying attention to the big picture, that type of energy. The Hermit he climbs after a dark night of the soul, maybe being really disappointed. The Hermit is talking about, he goes up to the top of the mountain to isolate so that he can be in God's presence and meditate and pray and move forward in that energy. And then we also have denial. So denial is another tactic, and it's talking about, again, very similar to this, energy of lack of awareness. And this is, the energy of this tactic of destruction basically is sometimes what's progress for some people is not necessarily progress for you. And quite often people will say, we're all in it together, but this is saying they weren't. You weren't in it all together. And so what I don't know won't hurt me. That's being in denial. And so it's talking, this is when you don't want to see again. You don't want to see what's really going on because possibly it involves people that you care about and you don't want to think of them in that way. But you have to open your eyes to what's going on by using your third eye as well as looking into things in a logical manner. So this is talking about being unfettered. This is the same dragon. This one is falling upside down, and it's saying falling and failing in love is a matter of eye. It's about opening your heart chakra up and healing from this disappointment so that you can accept this gift of divine love that God is sending your way. And also, this is talking about judgment. Really, God is the only one who can judge other people. We can judge people's actions, and we can decide not to be around them, that type of energy. But only God can truly understand why someone would do something what they've been through. We don't know what other people have been through, but God does. And so that's the only one who really understands people, to the deepest level. And this is also talking about the universal law and order and this perfect discipline, this perfect order coming through in universal order. And then we have the ego. And this is talking about initiation. So this is, again, be careful of this, because when the devil is trying to woo you into something, the devil will use, tell you how you're wanted and how smart you are, etc. And that's to reel you in. But in the end, and it might at first seem like it would be a good idea because it's cutting corners and it's easier, and you see a lot of other people behaving in that way, and so you join forces. But in actual fact, it's not. It's always God's plan, and God's path is always the true way to go. And then we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is talking about traditional structure. So it's talking about the energy of the Hierophant. His hand is in the form of a blessing, and it's saying he's bringing this blessing down from the spiritual realm and bringing that down into the legal system to get, to have that perfect order brought down. So this is a good reading. It's talking about, stay on your path. Don't give up, and if you are disappointed in love, or you've been working on something and it hasn't worked out, it's talking about having that persistence, because you might be closer to actually reaching your goal than you think you are. This is a good reading. I hope you've also enjoyed it. Please do give it a like and comment, and consider subscribing if you resonate with the channel. I would be honored if you did so. Bye for now, and I will be back with another daily reading for you tomorrow. Bye for now.